Welcome to night 10 of 10 Ways to Weather the Storm. My name is Corinne Kircher, your host, and it is such a pleasure to have been with you for the last 10 nights to go over these lessons about how you can overcome problems in your life, in your career, in your business. Not just problems, but outright crises and shipwrecks and storms that you may be facing in your life right now. So I'm going to do a very quick recap of the last 9 nights, what we talked about, and let you know that this is available on my YouTube channel, and you can find all 10 series. Again, the point is you come in, you listen to the 10 minutes for one night, and then over the next 24 hours, you're going to take the thing that was most useful for you in this call, and you try to apply it in your life over the next 24 hours as a way to guide yourself out of the storm, out of the crisis that you are in. And, of course, feel free to share this with a friend who may need this encouragement. So, to recap very quickly, because I don't want to take away too much time from tonight's lesson, the first lesson was lighten your load. If you are going through a crisis, you don't want to overburden yourself unnecessarily with unnecessary obligations. Number 2 is to strengthen yourself. You are body, mind, and spirit, and you need to strengthen all parts of yourself. Number 3, persist, because there are times when you do your best, and in spite of doing your best, you still encounter difficulty at every turn. So it's important for you to know that you need to persist because you can and you will outlast the storm. Night 4, we talked about staying in your ship so that you can have the type of community around you to help other people, to not have this every man for himself mentality where you want to think only of yourself. And that leads to the 5th concept, which is about community. You don't want to be isolated. You are not here on this earth to walk your journey all by yourself. So that's what community is about, to make sure that you have that interdependence. On night number 6, we talked about the value of life before things. A lot of times, and they may not be physical things, they may be, assets of other types that you may have acquired, things you have worked very hard to achieve, and then you feel that you have lost that thing in the storm. Your life matters more than anything, whether a physical thing or a non-physical thing. This is what you must put first and foremost. So be grateful for it. And even though you may have had some losses, the fact that you are here, this is what truly matters. You have still what is most important for you to have. Number 7 is to accept graciously. Sometimes it is so much easier for us to go and be a hero for somebody else. But when somebody else wants to be a hero for you, are you grateful for it? Do you accept it graciously, or do you turn it away because you feel embarrassed? Don't do that, because just as you would be willing to be there for other people, know that there are other people who are willing to be there for you, even if you never met them before in your life, even if you don't have a ton of experience with them in your life. God can send other people along your path to help you. So graciously accept the help that you are being given. Now, there will always be an opportunity for you to pay it forward. So just as somebody was gracious to you, or you may have been helpful to somebody else, this is important for you to keep up, because even if you're not where you want to be, you're not where you used to be. And there are people who are even further back than you. So never underestimate yourself. Never underestimate your value. Never underestimate what you have to offer, because you're not all the way where you want to be. There is someone who will be very grateful to have had your experience to learn from. And last night, we talked about having faith for new dreams. Sometimes in life, our dreams don't come true. The doors are shut. But guess what? If you spend too much time looking and thinking about things in the past, you will totally miss the brand new opportunities that you have in life. So it is important for you to go out there and seek those opportunities and continue to cultivate those opportunities and dream a new dream. You are capable of doing that. And finally tonight, the topic, the lesson, the 10th step is to rejoice. Take time to rejoice. In Ecclesiastes, it says, there is a time under the sun for everything. There's a time to plant. There's a time to harvest. There is a time to mourn, but there's also a time to rejoice. And it is very important as you go through life that you don't wake up one day and realize, oh, my God, I never took time to do anything fun. The years are passing me by, and I never do anything fun because my mind is so much in this maelstrom of crisis, of need, of storms, of shipwrecks. And I never allowed myself to enjoy myself. Enjoy the time that you have here on earth. You may be very busy. You may have a lot of demands on your time. But you know what? Part of being able to successfully come out of a storm and stand on top is to be able to take that time, take a victory lap, have that. What are some of the things that used to excite you? Even if it's a guilty pleasure like chocolate or whatever, marshmallows, whatever it may be. What do you do? What can you do? What do you enjoy to be able to take some pleasure in life? Are you making time for fun? What can you do in the next 24 hours, even if it's an hour or half an hour? What can you do to build some fun into your life? You're not supposed to go around sad and angry and depressed all the time. You need to be able to come out of this and shine, right? Now, sometimes it's really hard for people who are not used to taking care of themselves, people who are not used to enjoy their lives. It's very easy to default back to quote-unquote serious mode where you just go and you go and you go and you go until your breaking point. So what I want you to do right now is to get a pen and paper, pause this, get a pen and paper, and write down who in your life do you know that can hold you accountable to make sure you take time to enjoy your life and that you have a regular habit or that you create a regular habit of doing that. Now, part of taking care of yourself sometimes means doing something just for you. Not for you and your friend, not for you and your husband, not for you and your wife, not for you and your family, for you. Is there somewhere you can go, something you can do that brings pure joy just for you? Whether it's a walk in the park, whether it's a pedicure, whatever it is. Do you feel comfortable doing something for yourself in some measurable way? And really, this is how you can look back at the storm and say, you know what? I may have suffered these tremendous challenges, but at the end of the day, I can take back control and I am going to fulfill my destiny because this storm is not something which is going to last forever. This is something that I'm going to go and take forward and get to the next level of your life. Now, here's what I want you to do because tonight is our last night. But as you think about the totality of these 3 nights, what can you do? What are the top 3 takeaways that you have had from the last 10 nights? Make sure, even if you have not written anything yet, take the time and jot down just your top 3. Name the top 3 takeaways from the last 10 nights. And then name the top 3 things that you are going to give up in order to grow. Because you remember, first lesson was, I got to get rid of something. I got to ditch something. Whatever it is that's holding you back, and there may be more than one thing holding you back, how can you unload a little bit of that so that you can have some breathing room? Now, you also must replace it with some good stuff. Things like taking care of yourself, things like taking care of what goes in your mind, right? So even if you're getting rid of things to lighten your load, you also need to build yourself up. So what are 3 things that you're going to do, that you're going to practice in order to build up your life, the new life that you have after the storm? And also, write down 3 ways you expect this to improve your life. You need to have that expectation in front of you. And finally, name 1, 2, or 3 people who will be blessed by this process that you've gone through, with all this work that you are going through. Who else do you think can benefit? Because don't take this as something to bless only yourself, but also to benefit someone else. Again, this can be taken in a religious sense, but there's also so many applications in life, in your career, in your business, in your relationship. So if you have something good to share, share it, spread it. And I thank you so much for having spent the last 10 lessons with me. I hope they are very helpful to you. If I can be of further service, it's very easy to reach me on social media. And God bless. Take care.